Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me is Chris Morris, CEO of Main Event, an eatertainment company with centers across the country, to discuss how the industry is impacted by COVID-19 and what the road to recovery looks like. Chris, it's great to see you. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Yeah, thank you so much. Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, same here. And you know what? Some encouraging news, of course, in terms of vaccinations this morning. But before we get into your outlook, tell us what an eatertainment company is and give us some background into Main Event.
Yeah, sure, no problem. So eatertainment is the common, it's highly experiential dining. So consumers today, when they have a dining occasion, they want to combine it with different activities and fun activities. So Main Event, for instance, we're a bowling anchored entertainment center. We have 22 bowling lanes. We have over 100 games. We have gravity ropes, laser tag, a full service dining room, full service bar. So it's that combining of entertainment with dining occasions.
Well, when we finally recover from COVID-19, I'll have to wear a GoPro and do the interview with you at one of the establishments. But then let's talk about that. How did COVID-19 impact the business?
Yeah. Well, I mean, first, the obvious is back March 17th, we had to make the very difficult decision to close our centers nationwide. And we did that because health and safety is always, paramount in our business. And so we made that decision, and then we kept a close eye on all the activities across all the different local markets. And when the time was right, we reopened our centers. But really what it did more than anything is it brought our teams closer together. It solidified us in our purpose of connecting people, making memories. And we completely revamped all of our operating procedures across the entire enterprise just to keep our team members safe and our guests safe. And I think just going through that exercise, we realized just the important role that we play in our communities. And we want to be there for all of our guests in our communities, to be there so we can open our doors, let people come in, maintain those connections, and still feel safe.
Well, Chris, it's interesting. Despite the negative attention given to the category, many of the Main Event centers have shown positive sales numbers due to sanitization and safety practices. Which areas of the country performed well, and what kinds of practices did you put in place?
Yeah. So, I mean, first, we're very pleased with the progress of our recovery so far. And we're seeing, nice improvement across our business, across all geographies. So we're really not seeing a pattern in any one particular area of the country. Really what's been more noticeable than anything is the units that have been open the longest are outperforming the other units. And so I think what that is that's just a sign that, one, we build awareness that we are in fact reopened in our different markets, but really it's the word of mouth of all the safety procedures that we put in place of keeping our team members and our guests safe. That takes time to kind of build out in the marketplace. And so as our guests get more comfortable with what we're doing, then they're rewarding us with more frequency. And so that's really what we're seeing more than anything is just the longer we're open, the more improvement that we're seeing across the business. In terms of what we've done, as I said a minute ago, we revamped our operating model across the entire center. Every single step of a guest experience has been enhanced with safety in mind. So all of our team members get temperature checks. They go through health screening before they start the shift. We've put plexiglass shields in place to keep our team members safe. For our guests, all of the guests get a temperature check before they walk in. We ask all guests to wear a mask. All of our team members also wear a mask. We have well over 10 sanitization stations across our entire center. We have well over 100 markers on the floor to allow guests to manage social distancing throughout the experience. And we revamped our bowling operating model to where now it's a 100% valet model, where we take care of everything for the guest. We clean and sanitize every single surface in between use. Same thing with laser tag. I mean, every single step of the customer journey, we've elevated from a safety and sanitization standpoint.
Are customers receptive and complying with mandatory masks?
Yeah, I mean, look, for the most part, everybody is very accommodating. You always have, one or two exceptions across, different markets, but yeah, most of our guests, everyone understands, everyone really appreciates, what we're doing and why we're doing it. And, we're seeing, compliance across the board.
Well, that's certainly encouraging to hear, but of course I have to ask you, how concerned are you about employee and customer safety with rising COVID-19 cases in the United States? It's peaked over 100,000 cases per day. This could possibly lead to more restrictive measures. And we're seeing it in the Northeast, where we're starting to see more restrictive measures come back down. Maybe not full lockdowns, but not 100% open. Granted, your locations are largely in states where not as restrictive in the first place, but of course you have to ask yourself that question.
Yeah. Listen, we keep a very close eye on what's happening, but we're very comfortable with the procedures that we've put in place. And so we've learned throughout this that we can be nimble and adjust our model as necessary. In terms of keeping our team members and our guests safe, we believe that the procedures that we've implemented we feel very comfortable that we're doing all the right things. So as cases go up, we know that we're going to be prepared to deal with that and still be able to keep everyone safe and still allow an environment where people can come in and connect.
Well, as we've seen with office space, companies have had to rethink the open concept design and ventilation and sanitization. Do you think entertainment establishments will have to rework their blueprints? What do you think the future of entertainment looks like?
I think the future is really bright. One of the things that we've learned going through this is just we've kind of been reintroduced to the value of the human connection. And, I think going through the shutdown across the market, I think we all realize just, how important that is to all of us as humans. Secondly, we've also all valued just, family connections. And so I think that the future for our category is incredibly bright. I think one of the things that we've all learned through this is just, the role that we play in our communities and how important it is to be nimble and to implement, safety procedures, that meet the demands of the situation today. And so I think in terms of reevaluating the blueprint for our business and for the category, I believe that we've all done that. And I'm really proud of the things that we've done at our organization. I'm really proud of what I've seen others in our category do. This is a company that is completely committed to providing a service in our communities and being there when our guests need us the most. And we think right now is when our guests need us the most. We think, maintaining those connections, opening up our doors, allowing people to be able to have fun and still stay safe is exactly what we do. And we have a lot of passion for it.
All right, Chris, we appreciate the firsthand insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Thank you.
You got it. And thanks for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.
All right. Bye-bye.